go straight out to dry up here. Yeah, that's important. We have to have it. No, it stays here. If anything goes wrong, it's there and it comes out.
Could we have Joseph Winders? Joseph Winders from the Blue Ribbon individual event. Please come and check in. Joseph Winders. If anybody's seen things.
You'd like to go out there. Oh, there he is there. Just go and ask him what's happening with that. Just say it's coming on. No, I don't know.
Towards others.
Okay, just so you're all clear, okay, for you teams in the Blue Ribbon team, this Young Farmers Teams event, the wool handlers, ears this way please, the wool handlers have to touch the button. One wool handler, okay, to stop it. You're all good? Thank you. Wool handlers must stop it. Thank you. Good luck.
Ricky and Angela, did you hear that? Okay. The wool handler has to push the button. The shearers can't, just one wool handler. The shearers don't touch the button. It's there's two buttons up there, right? Just push one button, Joe. Both. Okay, sorry. Sam, are you listening? Okay, wool handlers, there's two machines. You both have to push one button each. Ricky and Angela, you both have to push one each. Thank you.
Shearers don't touch the button. Rightio, we've got the green light. Judges are ready. Timekeepers ready. Teams, on your marks, get set, go. All right, here we go. The second event of the program here this morning on Saturday. MSD Cooper's sponsored event, Animal Health and the New Zealand Young Farmers Teams. So thank you very much to Cooper's and all their veterinary products that they supply to the rural part of New Zealand for, farm livestock as well as pets and the likes, domestic stuff. So it's absolutely brilliant, and we appreciate your long-serving commitment to helping to run the Golden Shears. Right, so we've got two teams up here, Kerry. We've got 6 of these long wool to handle. Okay, so that's going to keep them honest, 3 each. No benefit, of course, the shearers, taking it easy. They'll probably stagger themselves, I suppose. But in general, they want to get those wool off. We want to get it on the table. So it's going to be very much like a sheared atmosphere, isn't it? A sheared style.
Yeah, well, what we're going to see, Gerald, is, as you said, it's going to be very much a workplace environment where these wool handlers work with these shearers day in, day out. And you'll see these wool handlers just working their way around the shearer, being mindful of where the shearer is, what position he's in. But then also the wool handler has to be very mindful to keep their fingers out of the cutting zone of the shearer too. So down and out the flank goes Team Tasman. Sorry, Noki.
Sorry, you're right. Could we have the women's shearing invitation come and check in, please? Emily Walsh, Laura Bradley, Sarah Higgins, Hayden Colonia, Emily Takapa, and Catherine Maludi, please.
Yeah, so we've had the first throws, and we'll notice here that we've got the staggered. So it is a team. We've got 2 shearers, 2 wool handlers per team. You'll see up the top here. Have a look up there. We've got Sarah Higgins and Sam Gordon and Tasman team, and their teammates are Ethan Pankhurst and Duncan Higgins. And then work your way down. Daniel Seeds and Samantha Baxton. Someone's thrown a real good throw there. Tegwin Bradley, Summer Pritchard. That's the East Coast. Marshall Guy, Ricky Stevens, East Coast, David Gordon, and Angela Stevens, East Coast. So really good stuff, really. And of course, Young Farmers as a whole, very much an integral part of young people, you know, as a group, learning off each other and sharing ideas and you know, hassles and problems of dry weather and the likes too, Kerry, of course. Yeah, so really, really good that way.
Yeah, for sure, Gerald. And Young Farmers, they do have a really great clubs throughout New Zealand. And as Gerald's saying, that they are a footpath for our young members in our community to join a group and make good friendships too. And it's a stepping stone for into the shearing world for sure, but agriculture as a whole, New Zealand young farmers, they look after our younger members in our community very well. So we get ready for the next fleeces to come over the table, or a little bit of bunching up the top there on the middle table. Sarah Higgins, not a bad throw there, just a little bit over the top of the table, but as a whole, pretty good. Nice throw down there on table number 3, down the end. So this is when these wool handlers have to manage these shearers, Gerald. You'll see ones at the table, you'll see ones at the board preparing the fleece. It's all about teamwork and timing for these wool handlers.
Could we have Emily Takapa reported, please, or if someone knows where she is? Could you ring her, Emily Takapa? We need you to check in for the women's invitation, please.
On. Once again, not too bad a throw there by the Tasman team. Up and over the table they go. You'll see the wool handler, that she'll be quickly working her way around the table. And there will also the fellow wool handler will be at the board. It's very important, Gerald, that these wool handlers, one big thing that they don't do is miss that crutch wool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's part of the big picture, right, Kerry? It's and that's got to come out, and they've got to work as a team. And we've mentioned that right out. You know, it's been a theme of ours, I suppose, as a team of commentators. But it's a team effort. Okay, you can't get these sheep shorn and the wool and the bale and the wool to the wool store without all these facets happening. Okay, we've got to get them shorn, we've got to get the wool sorted. This is the best and only time, well, not only time, but the best time to be sorting oddments and bits and pieces and taking out the lesser valued wool. So there's a bit of action starting to happen now. The East Coast down the bottom there. Angela and Ricky Stevens on the table. They're going to some stick. Sarah Higgins says, right, that's that fleece on there. The shearer jumps out of the way. Sweep, sweep, sweep. On the board, on the front stand. Round. Shearers staggered. Part of the teamwork as well. What's happening in the middle? Well, there's a bit of hanging wool there. They won't be too happy. The cavalry arrives. Oh, they're staggering it well. They're coming off. They're putting a bit of pressure on the middle table. Come on, darling, get that table clear. It's still a Golden Shears ribbon. We're not going to give it away. You've got to earn this, baby. She's in for the roll now. Rolly, rolly. Right now. Oh, yes. That is a good throw. Higgins. Good tight roll there. Shearer comes off here and stand 2. That's the sheep shorn for those 2 teams, Kerry. We've got a throw here on the front table. Puts a lot of air time in it. It's a very heavy fleece, but a tremendous job in it.
Beautiful throw there on the first table here from the Tasman team as we see these competitors finishing off this heat. They'll still got one fleece to throw down the East Coast team down there on the end. And up at the table, oh, tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say that is one of the best throws of the morning. Very, very good throw down there. Rightio, Team Tasman with their roll-up. Out with the broom. You'll see the broom. Sweep, 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 sweep they go. Now the time clock has started, ladies and gentlemen. Now the time clock is these teams' worst enemy. And there we go. East Coast team on the middle stand, they finish. And there'll be finishing touches here for Team Tasman. David Gordon and down the end there finishes, and Team Tasman will come through as well. And finishing touches for Ricky Stevens down there, and there we go. Well done. And we'll who's heat number 2 there?
We will just wait for all the judging to be done, and then we will call the teams up. Looks like we're all ready to go. We've got 2 in this heat, 2 teams. Jimmy Samuels, Floyd Neal on 1, Cam Hicks, Rooker Braddock on tables 3 and 4, stands 3 and 4. Catherine Maludi, Dennis St. George, Denise St. George on 1, table 1, Anna Braddock and Malika Braddock on table 2, please. Following this heat, we will have the Abraham Shearing Women's Invitation. We need Emily Takapa to check in, please. Emily Takapa, you are on the Abraham Shearing Women's Invitation straight after this. Thank you.
But anyway.
There's 2 heats of this. This is the last and final heat. And yeah, once again, thank you to you, MSD Cooper's Animal Health. And thank you to all these teams. Okay, it's so good to see these young farmers. Okay, they've got to go to certain amount of young farmers meetings and the likes where, as we discussed, they get together and have little farm visits and see, you know, innovation and what's working, what's not, all the tough times. Because farming, it's you know, it's a tough job. It's probably not quite as romantic as it once was. And we got the green light of, yeah, so you can discuss all those things and it's the improvements, but like coming to a shearing show, really. You share ideas, problem shared, problem halved. We've got some fancy dress going on up here too, Kerry. I think we've got the tiger headbands. Tiger, leopard, that same family anyway, I'm sure of it.
I thought the Woolhandlers might play the game as well too.
Oh, true. Yeah, they colour coordinated, eh? They've sorted these girls. We good, Philip? You're right. Okay. Timekeepers are ready. Judges ready. On your marks, get set, go. The old caller timekeepers normally gets the all the competitors to their toes. It's the old favourite for the commentators. Right, you want to take us through these teams, Kerry, eh, and where they're from?
On stands number 1, we've got Jimmy Samuels and Catherine Mulledy from the South Waikato, Floudale. Denise St. George. Cam Hicks and Anna Braddock. And Ruki Braddock and Marika Braddock as well. And Team Wairarapa. So here we go. Once again, this is the second heat of the MSD Coopers Animal Health Young Farmers Team competition, ladies and gentlemen. Heat number 2 we are on. Up and around the shoulders these shearers go. These wool handlers have their little baskets set up, and as you'll see, these shearers, these wool handlers will work with the shearers. There's some crutch wool to come out. There's some top knot to take out. And of course there'll be first pieces, second pieces, and some floor sweepings as well. So down and over the brisket they go. Team Wairarapa, first one's into the pen. You'll see these shearers, they'll be a little bit stagnated. So, and the reason they do this is so the girls don't have 2 fleeces come off at once. They're able to have 1 fleece on the table, deal with that fleece, take those little pieces and all those second grade fibres out of that fleece. And you'll see Team Wairarapa did that very well too. That first fleece was just wound up, and then the second one come over the table too. And it was a very good throw from the Team Wairarapa. South Waikato, not too bad a throw there. Up and over the table, just a little bit off the side there. A couple of little points. But as a whole, pretty good throw there. Sir Ronnie King to the announcers table, please.
Right, she's all go down here. So Catherine Maluli clears the table in her cool, calm style. And they're colour-coded. The boys have got the leopard headbands on as Jimmy smiles and says, come on, you get those leopard pants around the place. Let's get it, some action. Done job, thank you. And we've got wool flying down there, Kerry. We've got a lot of paperwork flying around here, and that's nothing unusual. It's just we don't expect anything less from a World Premier Shearing and Wool Handling Championship. There's a lot of pieces of the cog that need to be put together very accurately. So we've got a whole lot of us on the coalface, and you've got a whole lot of management in behind that, and the so-called the helicopter view of making sure things tick away and just keeping everyone, the ducks lined up, as if to say. Right, this is not about ducks and duck shooting down in South, and this is about shearing sheep in Masterton. So the table is clear for the Wairarapa team. So there we go, make some noise if you want, folks. Round the wool handler goes, getting those little wedgy bits. The shearers have dived in for another one. Once again, they've got the staggered thing going on, so they've had a bit of a debrief at some stage. Now that both wool handlers are onto it. Round they flick. Their shearers are Cam Hicks and Ruki Braddock. And they've had you mentioned these names, and you've been mentioning them from press to wool handling to shearing to teams. Some of these competitors have had I'll hand it over to you, Nuki, but Kerry, a big few days, haven't they?
We have the top 8 out of the quarterfinals of the Open Wool Handling. Monica Kotai, Cherie Alabaster, Hayden Dorodia, Joel Henare, Lani Morrell, Samantha Gordon, Rachel Hutchison, and Candy Hiddingtons.
So we see South Waikato roll up for that freeze time. Jimmy Samuels down and out the flank he goes. As they see our wool handlers back to the board, setting that fleece up. This is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. The setup of this fleece. Well, let's have a look on table 1. How are we going to go? Oh, not too bad, not too bad. A bit of a challenging fleece, that one, actually, to be fair. Some of these fleeces stay together a little better than others, but that's just the nature of the game. This is what some of these wool handlers will discover within the shed situations. The different farms they go to, some places will the fleece will stay together a little better than the others, but it's a skill that they need to learn. You can't always have the best of it. And down in stable number 2, not too bad throw, a little bit of punching on the top there, Gerald, but as a whole, pretty good.
Yeah, it's been great skills on show here the last few days by Jolly there has. And it starts before here, as you just mentioning, Kira, you know, White Spurs have been involved in supplying these full wool and really dry conditions, and they've had to work really hard to keep everything right, and their presentation has been second to none. And I know the wool handlers, the shearers, anyone that's been involved here would have really appreciated the hard work that has been going in, not just for the last couple of days to get this in all lined up. It's been going on for weeks to months. So here we go. Get back to what's happening right here. We've got Jimmy Samuels doing the finishing touches on the last side. The Wairarapa team, well, they've even got much to go, folks. Anyone here from Wairarapa? The girls are hard at work there, one on each side. That's going to cut it down a wee bit. Throw that there. The other ones are back to the board now. Bit of a tidy up, the big sweeper. Got the big broom so they can lean right over that. Whole board has to be nice and clean. Now they're onto the floor. One's on the broom, one's on the sweeper. Come on, South Waikato. Oh, a little bit of panic there and give it a bit of muscle. Bit much porridge, only a tablespoonful though, all the same. Just a wee bit on the corner. Plenty of the oddments that she's got to get out of there, still sitting up in high view. Catherine Maluli's working around the far side. Onto the broom goes the Wairarapa team. They're having a very busy time, a lot of these names. Look at them go, they're both just about ready. The table wasn't clear. We've got to have that right. That's wrap-up time for the Wairarapa team. South Waikato, they've got the leopard headbands and the leopard tights on. And they need to be rattling their dags now. Get that broom working. Make it talk, as they will say. Use the broom. The shake of the table will make some noise. They've got time to have a yarn to their mates sitting in the front row. No time for that. Get to work, darling. Okay, it's like my staff when I see them on the cell phone. Unless it's important, don't answer it. Do that tonight, please. You're at the Golden Shears. No time for talking to the front row. It's shakedown time. Oh, jolly, she says. You've got yourself distracted. Your heart's in two places as well as your mind. Get back up on the board. There we go. Bit of a light-hearted moment of the Golden Shears, and that's okay. They're all dressed up for the occasion. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's very good. On a serious side, of course, young farmers, very, very important part of farming in general through New Zealand. We've got young farmers, we've got farmers, of course, and a lot of them are farmers. And, of course, we've got rural women. So those are three of the big sort of aspects in the rural communities. And then there's discussion groups and all sorts of things, sort of folded in there as well. So that was really good, Kerry, wasn't it? A bit of fun, wasn't it? And there is a serious side of this. Is the ribbons and the likes to go with the Golden Shears name written on it.
Yeah, that's right, Gerald. And it was nice to see the teamwork that's required.